No, we got it. He got it.
Early in the morning, the chief priests with the elders and scribes and the whole council, the Sanhedrins, the Jewish high court, immediately consulted together, and they bound Jesus. They took him away violently and handed him over to Pilate. Pilate questioned him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" And he replied to him, "It is as you say." The chief priests began accusing him of many things. Then Pilate again asked him, "Have you no answer to give? See how many charges they are bringing against you?" But Jesus gave no further answer, so Pilate was perplexed.
Okay, so first, let me swallow this candy. First five verses talking about when Jesus went for Pilate. Now you see in this verse, the enemies are right here. It said that who? The high priest. So they took him to Pilate. Pilate sent them to ask him, "What have you got to say?" And he said, "What? Nothing." And then in the bottom it said that, but Jesus gave no further answer, and so Pilate was what? Perplexed. Mark say he marveled. He's like, here you are been to die, and I can let you free, and you ain't saying a word. So Pilate marveled at him, the way his mannerism was, no fear. All right, let's go to verse 6. We got a lot of verses, so you about buckle your seatbelt up. Okay, let's go to verse 6.
Now at feast he released unto them one prisoner, whoever they desired.
So now they're talking about the Roman custom to release one prisoner chosen by the crowd. And this is during the time of what? The unleavened bread and the Passover. This verse sets the stage for Pilate to offer a release of Jesus to the people. Okay? But in this verse, the chief priests are behind it all, instigating. Okay, let's go to verse 7.
And there was one named Barabbas, which laid bound with them that made insurrection with him, who had committed murder in the insurrection.
Now, they talk about Barabbas. It said and in the insurrection, he was a revolutionary. He's a revolutionary. They said he, what? Prevented murder. The Bible don't say if he killed Romans or who he killed, but he killed somebody. So it could have been the collaborators, the ones who sympathized with the Romans. We don't know. The Bible just say he was what? A murderer and a robber. Okay, let's go to verse 8.
And the multitude, crying aloud, began to desire him to do as he had ever done unto them.
So now here's the crowd out there telling Pilate, give us what you've been giving us, the privilege that we have to exchange of prisoners. Give us that. That's our right. Rome, that's our right. Pilate said, yeah, we're giving it to you people. Let's go to verse 9.
And Pilate answered them, saying, Will ye that I release unto you the King of the Jews?
Now, Pilate does this because he realized the chief priests, because remember verse 1 through 6 about the chief priests brought him to him, and Pilate talked to him, right? Chief priest handed Jesus over out of what? Envy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Not genuine wrongdoing, and hoped the crowd preferred Jesus. He really hoped the crowd preferred Jesus. Remember now, Pilate had no problem killing people. Roman's main thing was the baddest army in the world, a killing machine. They had no problem. That's how they conquered. But he just had a problem with, remember he had a wife come down in the other scripture tell him, leave that man alone. So he had a problem with, this, come on, y'all crazy people. The man ain't done nothing. That's what he had an issue with. Okay? Let's go to, in Pilate what? The religious leaders were what? Motivated by jealousy, popularity, and authority. The religious leaders were driven by what? They were scared they were going to lose their power, lose their prestige, lose their wealth. They weren't spiritually motivated. They was what? Fleshly motivated. Okay. Let's go to verse 11. I'm sorry,
But the
10.
chief,
No, 10.
10,
For he.
for
knew-
he knew that the chief priest had delivered him for in.
Yes.
Yeah, so he knew from the first 5 verses that they had a problem. This guy, Pilate was getting reported, this guy's well known. And them religious leaders didn't like that. Now you remember now, when Jesus was turned over, he went to Caiaphas' house. That palace, that's where he was at. When Peter denied him, remember? It was in Caiaphas' house. So now we're looking at Mark. You got Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Okay? Some scriptures may say something different, but they mean the same thing. Okay? Y'all with me on that? All right. Let's go to verse now, 11.
But the chief priests moved the people that he should rather release Barabbas unto them.
So here them chief priests were, the religious leaders, running around manipulating people in the mob, right, saying what? Give us that convicted murderer
Yes.
huh,
That's like us voting.
instead of Jesus. Verse 12.
And Pilate answered and said again unto them, What will ye then that I shall do unto him who ye call the King of the Jews?
Now you got to think how these, remember now there was the Passover going on, and during the Passover they come from what?
All over.
All around. So the main priest, Jerusalem, is headquarters. So when all these people coming for the Passover, here these priests jump out there manipulating them, the crowd. A lot of them don't really, they know or heard, because remember Jesus' ministry was only 100 miles. Then the word spread. So they don't come from out of town. Y'all come from New York, California, to El Paso. I'm telling you how the Mexicans act. And some of them, well, we heard about it. We know, all right, what do you say, priest? Give us Barabbas. All right, so they out there stirring them up. Not everybody, but they're the priests, they're the leaders. So they stirred them up. Trump got some of y'all stirred up. I just use it for example. But okay. So they stirred up the crowd, and that's what they use, okay? So they favor what? Had the crowd favor what? Insurrection guy or murderer over a peaceful man. Guy ain't done nothing. Give us the murderer. Kill him. Whip him. You know, we had a thing in the United States when I was young called Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. Burn, baby, burn. Turn the other cheek. You had to make a choice. Of course, we know that you couldn't burn, baby, burn and survive in this country. You was outnumbered. So the best way was what? Expose what was going on to the world so you had somebody on your side. Peace like. Now, I'm not comparing him with Jesus, don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, this is nature. You know, and whoever gets stirred up will go that way if they are not rooted in something. Okay? All right, let's go to verse 13.
And th-
These angry mobs, prompted by what the chief priests, intensified their demand to execute Jesus after Pilate offered to release him. What's wrong with you people? Crucify him. Go to 14.
Then Pilate said unto them, Why, what envy hath he done?
Well, what?
What evil
With evil.
hath
Evil.
he done? Evil has he done? And they cried out to more expediently crucify him.
Now here's Pilate don't told him, he's the king. He's the ruler. He's not the king, he's the ruler. Now he don't tell him, look, I can't find nothing wrong. This guy ain't done nothing evil. But what do they do? Crucify him. Kill him. Give us Barabbas. We don't want him. Kill him. To me, that's like taking a man over a baby. Kill that baby. Baby ain't done nothing. And give us that man whom not that rob and rape and give us him. This is what Jesus went through for us. Next verse.
And so Pilate, willing to content the people, released Barabbas unto them, and delivered Jesus. And when he had scourged him, to be crucified.
So despite finding no basis for his death sentence, the crowd demands crucifixion. So Pilate do what? Have him scourged. You know what they're talking about, right? Whipped. Pilate didn't want to kill the innocent. He had no problem killing nobody. I know he wanted to kill Barabbas. And they were going to do that. But he just had the problem. What's wrong with these people that want to kill an innocent man? So it looks like something he hadn't seen. He had never seen this before because he marveled. Because everybody else come against the Romans. Because Romans had to, you ought to hear about the Romans on the cross. Romans had different ways to murder people. Different ways, depending on your punishment. One punishment you done, they'll put you in a bag, cut you, put you in a bag with snakes, little tigers, so they'll eat your flesh. Then they throw you in the river. That was one punishment, like we had what? Hanging, electric chair. Romans had different punishments. These people was cruel. And this guy couldn't understand. Pilate just couldn't understand. Why is this guy? Don't he know what kind of stuff we can do to you? And then, they put him on a tree. What do they do? Let him hang and do what else come to do? They break your legs. So you try to push up to breathe. Jesus knew this. Everybody else knew this. And yet they said what? Crucify the man. He ain't done nothing. But we not going to do it. Don't blood on our hand, right? You do it, Romans. You do it, Romans. All right, what's the next verse?
25.
No. Who got 16 through? Okay. Boy, Jesus so put up a lot for us, didn't he?
Verse 16. The soldiers.
Now, it stopped right here when he said they scorned him, right? This is after they had him whipped. Y'all went to Bible. Did anybody go to Bible study last week? Yeah. Okay, don't get mad at me. I just asked.
What, Sunday school?
Bible study.
Oh, Bible study.
They talked about Matthews, right? Yeah. Okay.
Ready?
Go ahead, bro.
The soldiers led him away into the palace, that is the praetorium, and they called together the entire Roman battalion of 600 soldiers.
Now, let me tell you something about who these Roman soldiers were. These were 600 of the Roman Italian band.
Like the Green
They
Berets.
were 100% Roman. Nobody picked up, joined the army. They were Roman. They were Caesar boys. They had no problem doing whatever they was told to do. And they had been doing it. So now he'd been turned over to them boys.
600. They wasn't.
600 of them.
He wasn't getting away.
Go ahead.
They dressed him up in a ranking Roman officer's robe of purple, and after twisting together a crown of thorns, they placed it on him. And they began saluting and mocking him. Hail, King of the Jews! They kept beating him on the head with with a reed and spitting on him, and kneeling and bowing in to mock him,
Hold up a
homage to
second.
him.
Hold up a second. I want y'all to see. You know what the reed was, right?
Yeah, thorns.
And what did the verse say they done with it?
Put it on his head
And they hit it with what?
with a reed.
With a stick.
A nice
pole.
big, a rod, basically.
Beating it in his head.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, brother.
Let's see. After they had mocked him, they took off the purple robe and put his own clothes on him, and they led him out of the city to crucify him.
Okay, who got the next verse?
They forced into service a passer by coming in from the countryside. Simon of Cyrene, the father of Alexandra and Rufus, to
Okay.
carry his cross.
All right, this is not Black History Month, but I'm going to throw it in anyway.
Yep.
This was a black guy from North Africa.
That's right.
Okay, just want to let you know you color folks was around back then. All right. Go ahead, brother. I'm just kidding.
Then they brought him to the place called Golgotha, which is translated place of a skull. They tried to give him wine mixed with myrrh to dull the pain, but he would not take it. And they crucified him and divided up his clothes among themselves, casting lots for them to see who should take what.
Was that 24? Yes, sir. Okay. All right, so let's go down to verse 25. So you see he was turned over to them.
Yes. And it was the third hour.
Okay, hold on a second. And I just want to touch on, you know why Peter was kept denying Jesus, don't you? Yeah. He was scared. Scared of who? He was scared of these guards right here. Because when he denied, and that woman said, that's him, he wasn't worried about the Roman guards. The people who wouldn't got Jesus wasn't the Roman guards. It was the priest boys. And he was in the priest what? Basement, lower room, right? Outside. So when she kept saying that, he was scared them soldiers going to hear him and say, oh, we got Jesus, now your turn. That's why he was scared, because they were all right there. All right, go ahead, bro.
And it was the ninth hour, and they crucified him.
Third.
Third hour.
Read again.
And it was the third hour, and they crucified him.
Okay. Third hour, they crucified him. All right, what's the third hour? Anybody remember? Oh, y'all got that one right. 9 o'clock, third hour. And then what? Crucified him.
They crucified more people.
Murdered him. He took the place of who? Barabbas. He the one supposed to be whipped. Went to the cross. He took on Barabbas' pain. And that's something. He took Barabbas' pain on, and then he gonna take the whole world pain later on. Barabbas didn't even realize it. Okay? And it was at the 9th hour, right? Which is 9 o'clock, right? And the third hour, which is 9 o'clock. Okay. Let's go to verse what? 26?
And the superscription of his accusation was written over the King of the Jews.
King of the Jews. It was written in 3 languages. The Roman documented the reason for his execution. I don't have no reason to kill a guy. I'm going to kill him because he's king of the Jews. Why are you going to kill him because he's king of the Jews? Because by Roman law, I'm the governor, and there is no king here but me. So I'm going to kill him saying, king of the Jews, saying that he tried to take over. So Roman law is what? Executing. Roman had to put something up there. Pilate said, I got to put something up there for the records. So he said, I'm going to call you king of the Jews. And there's, because the king, Herod and all his sons had been replaced, moved somewhere else. And the Jewish priests asked the Romans to come in and govern there because they didn't like the priest, they didn't like the leader they had. What kind of mindset is that? Now, they came in because there's some issues, but they went back and asked them to come in because we don't like who's in charge of us. Y'all Roman rule over us for Caesar. Huh? Give her a mic. No, give her a mic. Take a mic. What did you say?
I said it happens today.
Oh, it happens today. Yes, it does. Okay, so that's the reason why he put that on them. And notice this also fulfilled prophecy of Isaiah, which we ain't gonna have time to get in there. Isaiah said that this was gonna happen. Okay. Let's look at verse 27 through 28. Somebody read that, both of them.
And when him,
And with him they crucified two thieves, the one on the right hand and the other on his left. And the scripture was fulfilled, which said that he was numbered with the transgressors.
So that was prophesied. That they put him up there, meaning he what? He was equal to the murderers and robbers. And he was right where? In the middle. So when everybody came by, look at him. He's a robber and a murderer just like the rest of them. This wasn't the first crucifixion now. It's a pattern how they done things. So when people seen him who wasn't all sure what was going on, or people visiting from other part of the empire, Roman Empire, they see him. Oh, that's the guy that's talking about. Oh, he ain't no but a robber and a thief. They got him. He's been crucified. All right, somebody read 29 and 30 together. Through 29 through 32.
and they that pass by really on him,
Railed.
wagging their heads and saying, "Oh, thou that
Can you speak a little louder?
now thou that destroyed the temple and buildest it in 3 days, say thyself and come down from the cross."
Now, who are these people? These people just what? Walking by.
in town.
Oh, that's the guy. That's the guy who said he gonna what? Destroy the temple, build it back in 3 days. And hanging up on the cross. Who talking about he what? He's the Son of God. Now, Jesus had raised people from the dead, 3 people.
Mhm.
Walked on water, stopped storms, fed thousands, healed thousands. That's the guy who said he's the Son of God. And hanging on the cross, he was a robber and a liar. Okay, go and read, bro.
Likewise, also the chief priests mocked, said among themselves with the scribes, "He saved others, himself he cannot save. Let Christ, the King of Israel, descend now upon the cross, that we may see and believe." And they that were crucified with him reviled him.
Wow. That's why it said we believe by what? Faith or sight? Or how do we believe? What does Scripture say about that?
Faith.
Walk by faith, not by sight. They had sight and didn't have faith. And they still what? And today it's the same way. Same way. Same way. All right, let's look at verse what? 33.
And when the 6th hour was come, there was darkness over the whole land until the 9th hour. Describing
what a supernatural 3-hour period of darkness covering the land from what? 12 o'clock to what? 3 o'clock. He went to the cross at 9 o'clock. But the darkness covered from noon to 3 o'clock during his crucifixion. I go to verse what? 36?
34.
34, I'm sorry, 34. Yeah.
And the ninth hour Jesus cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, which is being interpreted, my God, why hast thee forsaken me?
Okay,
So-
this is, and this right here is Eloi. Eloi,
Eloi,
Eloi, right? Huh?
Sabachthani,
Eloi, Eloi. Lama.
Sabachthani.
Sabah. Masha Bafta.
I don't know. All right, you gotta say that slow motion. I don't know what you said, brother. But we won't make that up. Go ahead, Spencer.
Eloi. Mama Shah
Lamas.
Bakshatane.
Lamas.
Lama.
Eloi, Lamas.
Lamar,
Saba.
Sabachthani.
Denai.
Baktanai. Tanai.
All right. Now, if you look at Matthew, it's pronounced what? Eli. Eli. Okay. That's pretty good, Spencer. I don't know what you said at first, but anyway, Mark is translating it in what? What language did Jesus speak? Y'all remember? Huh?
Hebrew.
No.
Aramaic.
Give it. You guys got a mic?
Aramaic.
Aramaic. He's saying Aramaic. Mark is saying Hebrew. Mean the same thing. Remember they said he's a Galilean? Because he what? He talked like one. Not the way he looked. You know what I mean? He's a Galilean because he talked like one. Same thing here. They talk different. I remember I got home from Korea years ago and my sister talking to me. I'm like, what are you talking about? Some twang wang stuff. Now I need to have a class because now this generation talking, I don't even know what they're talking about. Especially don't text me because I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so you can see why. Okay, they missed him. They took a different way. All right, so where we at? Verse what? 30 what? 30. All right, somebody read 35.
And some of them that stood by, when they heard it, said, Behold, he calleth Elias.
He calls Elijah, and you can see why. Which one sound more like Elijah? Which one to you? You got a mic, brother. Use a mic.
The one in Matthew.
All right, I agree. Because he said what? Eli instead of Eloi. So I think, but you understand? These two different scripts. So I think that's what he heard because they got it. They say he calls out Elijah. And they're a little nasty, aren't they? Well, let's see if he what? Come and take him down. Now, let's go to verse 36.
And one ran and filled a sponge filled of vinegar, and put it on a reed, and gave him to drink, saying, let us see whether Elias will come to take him down.
So they don't move from God to what? Elijah. Now they said he gave him some what on him, but this he says here he put on a stick, pole, and try to give him vinegar. He wouldn't take it, right? But the verse said, and gave him a drink. What are that? And one ran and filled a sponge. One ran. Matthew said a bystander. Luke said a Roman soldier done it. And y'all remember seeing a picture of a Roman soldier sticking a stick up to him. You got a mic. Use your mic, bro.
That's Hollywood.
Oh, okay, yeah. No,
with-
no, I just said, Luke said
yeah.
a Roman soldier. That wasn't Hollywood. Luke said it. Luke said it. Hollywood done what Luke said.
Yeah.
All right. All right, but you see, Mark said what? Somebody in the crowd ran and done it, and then Matthew said bystander done it. But I'm just showing you the way they wrote it, the way they saw it, but it all somebody did it. You know what I mean? Okay, just want to make that clear. Verse 37.
And Jesus cried with a loud voice and gave up the ghost.
One thing important about this verse here, the word is gave. He gave it up. You didn't take nothing from him.
That's right.
He gave it up for us. All right, verse 38.
And the veil of the temple was rent in twain.
In two.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
In
From the top.
from the top to the bottom. It split. The veil in the temple split from the top to the bottom.
So what the priest been running from to turn Jesus over a bit to be what? Crucified, got him. Because when the veil split, they was no longer needed. And they was fighting that all the way to what? Get him killed, and they ended up killing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Done it to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even realize it. Verse 39.
And when the centurion, which stood over against him, saw that he cried out and gave up the ghost, he said, truly, this man was the Son of God.
Why you think the centurion said that?
Because in the process of that happening, he said that forgive them, for they know not what they were doing.
No, you probably misunderstand the question. Why does the centurion say that this must be the Son of God? This man got to be Son of God.
With all the things that
What-
had happened, the darkness, the ground shaking, which it didn't really talk about in here, the ground shaking and the dark, all of a sudden, the light came back. So those marvelous things happened, those wonderful things happened in their sight, and they saw it.
It was earthquakes,
Mm-hmm.
all kinds of stuff going on. This was the same Roman who had beat him, spit on him,
Yes.
put thorns on his head. He was in charge. Now he at the cross. See, this guy ain't saying, now there's some other things that happened in this verse, just Luke doesn't say it. Other things that happened. Because Jesus talking, Father, and then he talked about what? His first time Jesus had been separated from God.
Yes.
First time. And that scared him. But he didn't stop. And that officer said, this had to be the Son. All this stuff going on. We don't killed a lot of people over a lot of countries.
But not like this.
And this ain't never happened before. And he was there when Pilate asked, remember now, the Jews asked him, the leaders, are you the Son of God? And what did he say? Yes, he did. And they had him in court. He said, I am. And they said, blasphemy. We got to kill this joker. He did say, I am the Son of God.
He remained silent about all their accusations.
This was before this.
Right.
When they had, this before he went to court. Court, he didn't say one word. But the other court with the Sanhedrin, they asked him, are you the Son of God?
He said yes.
Because there's other people running around talking about they're the Son of God now. Jesus wasn't the only one. You have the wackos running around talking about, I'm God. There's other groups going on besides these two cult religions. But he did say what? I am.
I am who
I am. Okay. And then he gave up the ghost for us. Gave it up. They didn't take it for us. Who? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, sister.
Brother, wasn't there another centurion that was having eye problems, and they said that when they speared Jesus, that his blood fell on his eyes and he regained his eyesight?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know. The blood fell in his eyes. I don't know. I'll check it out, but I haven't heard that. I never heard that before.
That either.
I never heard that. Yeah, I never read that.
But
Go ahead, sister.
I have a few points.
You have a few.
Just a couple. Oh, no.
A couple mean what? Two. All right.
I have three.
Just a
So-
couple? All right, come on, sister.
They're brief. When you were saying we walk by faith, one part of the scripture I received, one of the principles I received from the scripture is what we see can shift what we believe, and it can make us look shifty. So people looking at first they believed, and now they see him on the cross, and now they're shifting and all that other kind of stuff. So what we see can often shift what we believe. So sometimes it's just good to stand on faith or stand on the principle. And then the second thing was,
Well, let me say that. Let me say this. There's a difference between belief and faith. Faith ain't gonna change. You see something different, then you just gotta believe.
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Because
That's
if
the
you
thing,
did
but I
that
think
way, you believe a rabbit is a priest tomorrow, and Peter Pan gonna fly down here next week. That's a belief. Your faith is ain't no such thing. I know better. All right, go ahead,
Yeah,
sister.
I
What's the
think
next
I
question?
think it establishes the significance of faith. The second point I have is when Jesus realized that it was God's will for him to die, referring to he gave up the ghost, he did not fight the ghost.
Well, he had that settled when he said, "Is there any other way?" Remember, he asked the Father, "Is there any other way?" Right. He was willing to go to the cross, but he just didn't want to do it.
Am I on?
Well, the flesh, he realized God's will because it was planned, predestined.
Yeah.
But still, he was flesh. And look, I'm going to say this, then we're going to end it. We go to Jesus because Jesus was tempted in every way. Can you imagine going and joke guys and your friends have been with you 3 years? You ask him, "Can you pray with me?" He suffered there. Like you don't love me. He was tempted as a teenager. Let's go throw a rock through the window. I ain't doing it. He was a perfect kid. All he wanted to do is do the Father's business. Huh? He was a perfect kid. Ain't nothing in it. Jesus was perfect. He never committed a sin. Not even as a child. When he was born as God. He was a baby, but he was God in the flesh. He never done nothing wrong. Never. So that's why we go to Jesus. Because we can't appear to God. Jesus got to go for us. Because Father, I know how they are. I was in the flesh. I was tempted just like they were. But I didn't see it. They messed up. He understands. It's like I've been in the military. You can't come talk to me about the military you ain't been. I don't want to hear it.
That's right.
Now, if you're a soldier, come talk, I can understand. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we got Jesus. He understands. He can talk for us. You ain't got him. Don't come to me with that. All right. Any questions? Any more questions?
Well,
Oh, Lord.
We're right. It's not even a question. And the last thing about
Come on, sister. It's all right.
regarding the centurion.
You all right. You all right.
The last thing regarding the centurion, when he realized he was wrong, he couldn't take it back. The centurion had done, and then after Jesus died, he realized, oh, he's the Son of God. So he did all of that and got to the end and realized he was wrong. But it was at a moment when he could not take all of his actions and words back.
Well, let me tell you what Jesus done. He said, Father, forgive them all.
Yes, for they know not. Yes.
They know not what they do. He forgave Pilate. He forgave everybody. Don't try it again now. But he forgave everybody. He said, because they know not what they're doing. All right, is that it? All right, that concludes Sunday School for today.
Comments. Can't take it back.
That's right.